Hello and welcome to Bottom Line. In this issue of Bottom Line, we are going to discuss the recent appointment of 7 governors affecting 9 states in India. Is there a madness in the method? First time in the recent past, so many governors have been appointed and changed. Does it reflect any ideological confrontation between the opposition-run states and the central government run by Modi? It seems that some of the governors have been moved from one state to another. For example, appointment of Mr. Ravi from Tamil Nadu to West Bengal, which is going to election, reflects the confrontationist approach of the central government against the TMC. There are other governors who have also been reshuffled. Is it a way to oblige certain bureaucrats? Like some of the bureaucrats have been appointed lieutenant governor, one of the army generals have been appointed governor. So we are looking at the pattern which is being followed in the appointment of governor of the various states. Are they going to pose a bigger threat to a cordial federal relationship, or it will affect adversely the relationship between the opposition-run states and the center? Please watch the Bottom Line. Shankkar, welcome to the Bottom Line again. It started as an economic subject, but we are into politics now much more often because politics has taken precedence over economics. War is happening in one part of the world. Stock market are tanking, and here in India, a lot of things are happening. Chief ministers and governors are changed in one day. What has happened in the last 2 days? It's the first time in my journalism history I have not seen so many states affected by governor changes. 9 states were affected in one go, and the same day, one chief minister was also asked to file nomination for the Raj Sabha. First time I've seen the chief minister being asked to file for the Raj Sabha, and in the evening, you find so much of shake-up in the Raj Bhavan, which are now known as the Lok Bhavans. What do you make out of it?
I think it's a wholesale shift to the next level. I think it's a continuity also, Prabhu, from the time the new BJP president has been appointed. They are shuffling around. In this case, there are 2 parts. One is the efficiency count, which is the Ladakh problem is being sorted by sending someone there who has administrative or negotiating experience. The West Bengal and Tamil Nadu are political changes. In the case of Bihar, I think that they have put somebody there who will keep an eye on the new incoming chief minister. I think bringing Syed Atta Hussain.
No, I'm just trying to. There isn't any single message in the entire such a large number of people being affected without most of them not knowing about that being shifted or being appointed. I called 1 or 2 of them. They didn't know. They came to know from only either the TV or majority, because some of them were traveling on their programs. If they were consulted, they would be staying in Delhi, but they were all traveling outside. If there is some kind of a method in this madness, administrative madness, what is the one guiding principle which led to this large-scale reshuffle when Home Minister was in Patna? In the evening when he came back, the order was issued. He oversaw the filing of a nomination of Chief Minister as Raj Sabha member, also that of his party president nomination, because even he can justify gone to support the party president to file the Raj Sabha membership. So these people being involved, as you're saying, Ladakh was administrative compulsion. Ladakh is a former bureaucrat. He has been, in fact, promoted as governor. He was lieutenant governor, and lieutenant governor of Delhi, who was doing extremely well in certain areas. He was confrontationist, and he has been shifted to Ladakh, which is considered to be a punishment post. I'm trying to find out and asking you also that in these 7 people who have been found to be suitable for changes from one state to another, it was some kind of the new kind of a administrative control being established, because in federalism, they are people, your eyes and ears, but now they are becoming their hands as well. They're using their hands to do something which constitutionally may not be that much justifiable.
I think that in the last few years, at least last 7-8 years, governors are more viceroys of the party, the BJP, and a large part of the appointments are determined by what needs to be done. So, for instance, in West Bengal, the shifting of Ananda Bose clearly was because they didn't see delivery there, and they have shifted R.N. Ravi from Tamil Nadu to West Bengal because he's more confrontationist. So there is also in that the focus that Tamil Nadu, they may have said that, okay, not so important now, but West Bengal, very important. So go and confront that chief minister. So if you remember from the time of Dhankar, West Bengal has always had a confrontationist governor or activist governor. So that is one part. Then I think Taranjit Sandhu's appointment is basically he fought the election, lost it, so he had to be fitted somewhere. In the case of Syed Atta Hussain, I think the Bihar governor's post is both a sort of reward in some sense, in the
Reward for
UPA
what? I
time.
have not heard about him because he writes column for us. He's very academically sound. He's very bearing in mind. But for reward for what? Because Muslim, you are replacing one Muslim with another Muslim. I don't know whether Hasnain is Shia or Sunni. I don't know because Arif Muhammad Khan is a Shia. So that is what I'm trying to understand from you.
Yes.
Because uh, replacing Arif Muhammad Khan because he's done 5.5 years in Kerala. Now he's done almost a year here. And Attas, because it's a BJP government with almost 3/4 majority there. Now BJP chief minister will also be there. But in West Bengal, as you rightly pointed out, Jagdeep Dhankar was confrontational. During that confrontation, BJP lost election twice. They lost one assembly election, they lost the parliament election. Their number came down. So confrontation did not work. Therefore, I'm trying to find some kind of a common ground. These kind of shuffle, Ravi, you are saying not important. But Tamil Nadu election is very important because a lot of alliances are taking place. The role of the governor may be more important. And they've given it to Arlekar from Kerala for the timing. They may appoint the governor within the next 48 hours because after the election announced whether a governor can be appointed or not, I don't know. Since it's a constitutional post, they might be able to appoint the person. So, Delhi, you got a foreign diplomat first time. Again, you can say if you want to have a symbolic in terms of religion, caste, region, then you got a Muslim, you got a Sikh first time. Yeah.
Prabhu, I think you hit the nail on the head. There is a caste, religion, geography combination in this. There is also the utility factor. Now, I think that in Tamil Nadu, the confrontation between the governor and the MK Stalin government had gone beyond a point. There is a talk in, as you know, in Chennai that this had to be resolved, and they needed somebody in West Bengal more compulsion. The compulsion in West Bengal was greater than the compulsion in Tamil Nadu. The change in Bihar is frankly is 1:1. I think the change of Arif Muhammad Khan to Syed and they have had this thing. I mean, frankly, I think it's a waste of a person and his capability and his intelligence. Yeah, he would have served much better in the National Security Council or some similar post where India's security could have been taken care of. But well, I mean, this is the government's decision to appoint him in a constitutional place, so they have done that. In the Ladakh thing, I would yield to you. I think that they could not handle, the previous governor could not handle the problem there. Whether this governor can handle, whether he has any special qualifications or capabilities, I don't know.
No, because these people, as we are going, like Arlekar coming from Kerala, I think, I don't know his background. He's a Brahmin, I hope. Look, the car is there, he must be a Brahmin then, obviously. He's from Goa and he's an RSS background. Because if you look at the people, the kind of people they have chosen, reason seems to be at the moment just to appoint some people for West Bengal. That's the priority in this because nowhere else the election is going on. West Bengal is the only place where the election is going on, where they think they want a particular person who can also be very strict. Because Mr. Bose, we met him at the Think Education Conclave, he spoke very well, but he was not well. I could see that he was not well. There could be health reason because he's an academic, he was a vice chancellor. Therefore, he may not be able to take it because he started with confrontation. He started going to the university, and you know what is happening in West Bengal is the only state where 57 vice chancellors appointment has been held up because of confrontation between the governor and the chief minister. They could not be resolved. Supreme Court had to appoint a committee headed by the former Chief Justice Yuju Lalit and one former University Vice Chancellor, Chandra. They are now selecting the Vice Chancellor. It is not the Chief Minister or the Governor. It has come to that level. In Kerala, it also the same thing. Ultimately, Supreme Court had to come in and Hari Mohammed started, the governor has more power. Tamil Nadu was the same problem. So what I'm thinking is that because education seems to be the BJP primary agenda, and they are going to appoint governor in the states where they want ideological affinity with the Sangh Parivar agenda, and universities have to be appointed by Chandra accordingly. That could be one of the reasons.
Probably. I also there is some element of if you see the conduct of governors in the last few years, they have not read the full speech of the government. They have not forwarded bills, cleared bills. There has been commentary outside the house. In the case of Arif Muhammad Khan, Ananda Bose, even in Tamil Nadu, there have been issues on the youth, the appointments of vice chancellors. In the case of Tamil Nadu, there has also been the tussle about which part of Tamil is right, which part of Tamil is not right. So all of this, I think, but the most significant thing, Prabhu, as you rightly said, is in one night you change 9 viceroys. I mean, it's like huge thing. It's almost as if Mr. Modi and Mr. Shah are moving the pieces or the pawns or the players on the chessboard for the next result.
What I noticed again, the other thing I was doing the analysis of the work chances. Because according to the constitution, there is a convention that the governor is appointed for 5 years maximum. Lieutenant governors are appointed for 3 years, and they are not reshuffled. In this case, people who have not completed 5 years, they have been asked to go. Those who have not completed 3 years, they have been asked to go. Both have been going after 2.5 years, or I don't know, 1.5 years. Arif Muhammad Khan was more than 5 years in Kerala alone. He has come here because appointment letter also says, the warrant of appointment also says, till the pleasure of the president. The pleasure can be withdrawn any time during the 5-year period. So there is no continuity of any tenure also, which is happening last 10 years. Governors are being asked to come and go. There is stability. Well, there is a stability at the political level, at the cabinet level. Ministers are there for 10 years, 11 years, 7 years. But governors are being reshuffled, like barring few like Anandi Ben in Lucknow, she's there. She moved from one state to another. There are a couple of others who are being longer period there. Like Kiran Bedi was asked to leave before the term was completed. Therefore, even Saxena has exceeded his term. He has been there for more than 4 years now. So there is no tenure being followed. So it means constitutional convention of keeping the governor for a fixed term is also being ignored. I won't say violated because it is a strong word. The governor being chosen, keeping the political expediency in mind.
That's the point. The utility value of the governor, as soon as it ceases, the governor is moved, because there is no other reason why a person fit to be governor in one state is found unfit to be in that state, but fit to be in another state. If you think that the governor is not doing his duties or has failed to sort of live up to the constitutional obligations and responsibility, then he can't be going to another state. So there is a question about the politics about of this, who shifted where. And the point that you make is that they are not completing the tenure sort of underlines, Prabhu, that these governors have been appointed and they have taken refuge behind that one very nice British line that at the pleasure of the President of India. So at the pleasure of the President of India is basically at the pressure of the Home Minister of India and the Prime Minister of India.
No, you're looking at the utility you rightly pointed out. I'm looking at the utility of, Ravi, you can imagine that he's confrontationist and the Mamata equally confrontationist. They wanted, but Bose was for academics. He started it, but he couldn't take it. And Ravi is going to be more confrontationist, former police officer anyway. So he has, by nature, he's confrontationist. But Taranjit Singh Sandhu, he has been the only advisor, he has been ambassador in America, 2024. And Modi with it, he handled very well. First time an IFS officer become Lieutenant Governor of Delhi. And Delhi is run by a BJP government. And BJP government is, because earlier there was the AAP government, therefore there was a confrontation. Because Taranjit Sandhu appointing it a symbolic gesture because he will not be allowed to overrule the elected BJP leadership.
But so again, that comes to the quota, the religion, domain, geography, caste quota thing. Obviously he's been brought in to represent one interest in Punjab or in an interest in among the bureaucrats. He also fought the election, so there has to be. I mean, normally Arun Jaitley fought the election and lost, and he was made minister. Similarly, other people have fought the election and lost and were made ministers. Now, Taranjit has fought the election, lost, but was not made anything. So obviously, his Mera number kab aayega or
if you go by the achievement, if you go by the numbers and performance of Taranjit Sadhu, you can't say that he achieved much in America because our relationship during that period worsened. In fact, we could not do it and he could not improve it. But anyway, his utility may be in terms of what he represents rather than what he can do. But he's a sober person. He may be able to get into the. I'm coming back to the same thing that you look at the governors who are being appointed. Earlier, it was some kind of giving some kind of a reward to people who have been in the party for a longer year. And bureaucrats rarely being given that. There were Nareshchandra type governors who have become, you had a chief election commissioner becoming governors, you had judges, Supreme Court judges started becoming governor during this regime. And so there seems to be connectivity between loyalist bureaucrats who are being appointed now, loyalist people ideologically who are aligned with you, and less preference being given to the political stalwarts who are not active in the party. He's following the pattern because in the party itself, he has got a 45-year-old party president. He's giving people who are not much in the party. Therefore, this governor appointment also reflects that pattern that I will get people from outside who are not part of the original BJP ecosystems.
Correct. So, two parts to it. One part is, Prabhu, that people who did something for the party, who contested elections, just like in Taranjit's case, are being rewarded. People who are brought in because they can do some. So there is a past and then there is a future. But a more important point, what you mentioned, is that if a young BJP president has been appointed and all the governors are not technically clearly the BJP cadre people, and a lot of these posts are going to outsiders, as in the political outsiders. This would send a signal within the party also. I mean, what do they look forward? And the other thing I wanted to ask you, Prabhu, I mean, you knew all the governors, presidents, and you had a fun relationship with Gyani Zail Singh also. So the question that I'm asking is that, wasn't there a requirement of stature for a governor, some kind of stature, some kind of experience, some kind of fatherly figure kind of thing? And now that, do you see that being sort of diluted, eroded in the current appointments?
Well, even this, you can see the people from parties who are allies of the BJP are being accommodated. Earlier, if you look at it, you have the Shokpati Gajapati Raju, who is governor of Goa.
Yes.
He was the minister also during Vajpayee's time. He is also there. But I'm looking at the list of the people here. From 2014 to 2026, there are about 52 governor appointments happened. Out of those 54, there's a trend, because if I done the research earlier also, during the 2004 to 2014, what kind of governors are appointed? Earlier, during the Congress regime, emphasis was 50%, 40% were political leaders, were stalwart, senior people. And 15 to 20% were bureaucrats, and 10 to 50% from other services, artists. Now, the political people in BJP government are much more. It's about 50%. But share of bureaucrats has gone up. It is almost 25% now. I'm reading the name. Now, most of them look at it. You have got former Home Secretary Ajay Kumar Billa. You got Taranjit Sindhu. You have Kailash Nathan, who was Modi's private secretary. He is in Puducherry now. You got there. Happening there. Now you have General V.K. Singh, of course, is in the party there. Gurumiti in Uttarakhand, you can say Syed Attas has come now there. So there are various people who are coming from outside to the political people who are expecting some kind of a rehabilitation, or what they call accommodate to kar lo hamare ko. That accommodate is not happening accommodation. So BJP people earlier were given appointment, like pulled out various people. But now Modi is concentrating more on professionals who have been party to his ideological thinking, symmetry between the two, and they may be also as amenable to his idea of functioning between center-state relationship. I can't figure out because this overemphasis on retired bureaucrats and defense personnel is little intriguing.
So on the two senior BJP people who are governors now, in the old standard, in what was seen during Vajpayee's time, are Thawarchand Gehlot and Anandiben Patel, as you rightly said. The others, the other person who was there was Pon Radhakrishnan, who has now become vice president. The steeped in the RSS cadre culture, the BJP culture, 20-25 years service to the party, that kind of appointment is not happening. So I think this will, along with the appointment of a very young person as the BJP president, it is sort of a signal, don't you think, to others that, okay, your time is running out, you've done enough, sort of start walking if you can't run, kind of thing. And, we need professionals, we need activists. That seems to be the signal to the party people. There is no sinecure available for now. If you retire, you go home. There is no sinecure for you.
If we have to conclude this whole discussion saying that governor's appointment reflects Modi's resolve to accommodate retired bureaucrats, civil servant, giving priority over politicians. Number two, putting governor in the states which you want to control directly from there. The role of this will have put pressure on the real character of federalism in this country.
Absolutely, because if you constantly have you have governors who are not passing bills, who are not addressing the assembly, who are not pushing appointments, you are breaking down the federal system.
So I mean to say the tendency of giving more powers to unelected governor, nominated governor over elected government in the state, because such confrontation not happening in BJP ruled state. Why there is no confrontation between a BJP chief minister and a governor there?
Yes,
I can't figure out. 15 states. Yeah.
In all the BJP ruled states, there is no confrontation, no stalling of bills, no appointment issues, nothing. It's all smooth. And in BJP ruled states, things are going smoothly. But in the non-BJP ruled states or the regional party states particularly, there is a lot of friction, if I can say charitably. That is the thing. One can look at it this way, that maybe governance is complicated. To control over the complexities of governance, Modi wants IAS officers, people who have done the work. The other way is to look at it is because politics is complicated, you bring in activists to fix the problems.
No, Shankkar, what looks like now, the question is, there is the will of the people, which shall prevail in the constitution. According to the BJP, Modi writes, they claim that will of the people represented by the parliament. In the parliament, which elects the prime minister, home minister, and they appoint the governors. So their will should prevail over the state. That's the thinking, broad the thinking it happened. Therefore, the confrontation happened because in the other states, BJP ruled states, the will of the people in the parliament and the state assembly, the same ideology. But wherever the ideology is different, in the federalism character, in the constitution, and whether the state will, it seems that the problem about the will of the people. Will of the people, according to BJP, is the will of the people represented by the parliament, which has elected Modi as the leader, and his will should prevail over others. Therefore, there is a confrontation in the states where will of the people at the central level and will of the people at the state level don't ideologically merge. There is no confrontation where ideologically the same party rules the state and the center. No, is it morally, ethically, and true spirit of federalism, is it correct that unelected person as governor, appointed by the will of the people to the center, overrule the elected will of the people in the state level?
But the will of the people should be just as sacred for the people elected in the state government as it is for the central government. After all, this sacrosanct, every vote is sacrosanct, whether I vote for an MLA or an MP. So if the will of the people is the principle to go by, then the will of the people should work in both sides. I think here the ideology of the government and the ideology of the party that gets elected, that is the confrontation. They're trying to homogenize. BJP is constantly rewriting history, Prabhu. So this is another chapter that they are writing.
So in conclusion, we can say that we have to walk very cautiously. Central government should not overrule the will of the people, but through the governors. They can have consensus, because national interests and local interests sometimes confront. But the consensus that we build governors cannot be used as people who can crush the will of the local state.
Correct.
There should be consensus. National interests and state interests cannot be confronting against each other. They are not enemies of the constitution. So there has to be, we have to walk very cautiously. Therefore, there is a scope for understanding the will of the people of the state and the will of the people at the center.
Yes, perfectly clear. Perfect. You put it very well.
Thank you, Shankkar, for coming discussing this issue today, governors. We will again next time and discuss some other topic in the bottom line. Thank you very much.